It might surprise you, but regularly eating the wrong kind of nuts could increase your chance of heart disease by up to 48%, especially if you're over 60. That number isn't random. It comes from a long-term study featured in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology. Here's the scary part. Many common nuts stored in kitchen pantries can quietly raise blood pressure, spark inflammation, clog arteries, and even worsen memory problems. And yet, seniors often eat these thinking they're making a healthy choice. One particular nut, which we'll reveal later, contains a toxin that, if eaten frequently, could damage your liver, kidneys, and brain over time. Odds are, this nut is already sitting in your snack bowl. The same nut praised by low-carb diets but potentially harmful to aging bodies. But don't worry, we've got your back in this video. You're about to discover a complete guide to nut consumption for seniors. Which ones support your heart and brain, and which to steer clear of entirely. Stick around till the end, because we'll expose a dark truth about the most harmful nut that almost nobody talks about. And it might be silently sabotaging your health. Tap like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments where you're tuning in from. So, without wasting any time, here are the 4 best nuts every senior should include in their diet. Fourth, the bone-strengthening hero, almonds. Almonds are one of the top foods for older adults, thanks to their high levels of calcium and vitamin E, nutrients that support strong bones. As we age, bones become more brittle and porous, making fractures more dangerous. After age 65, bone density naturally decreases. But just 1/4 cup of almonds daily offers around 97 milligrams of calcium to help slow that decline. What sets almonds apart is their magnesium. This mineral, often low in seniors, helps guide calcium to your bones rather than letting it build up in your arteries. Almonds' healthy monounsaturated fats are also great for heart health, helping lower bad LDL cholesterol. Key as heart disease risk increases with age. A daily intake of 15 to 20 almonds, preferably raw or dry roasted without salt, is ideal for older adults. Their high fiber content, about 3.5 grams per serving, can also relieve constipation, a problem affecting 40% of seniors. More impressively, research at Tufts University suggests almonds can protect brain cells from oxidative stress, one of the biggest aging concerns. Choose almonds with their skin still on. The skins contain flavonoids that, when combined with vitamin E, double the antioxidant power. Caution: almonds can pose a choking hazard for seniors with swallowing difficulties, so chew them thoroughly before eating. Third, walnuts, the ultimate brain booster. Walnuts have long been linked to brain health, and it's no coincidence that they actually resemble the human brain. These unique nuts rank as one of the best foods for supporting cognitive function in seniors. Among all popular nuts, walnuts offer the highest amount of plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid. That's incredibly important for aging brains, as omega-3s are known to support neural communication and maintain the structure of brain cell membranes. In fact, seniors who consumed just 1.5 ounces of walnuts daily for 8 weeks showed notable improvements in cognitive speed and mental adaptability. A recent study featured in the Journal of Nutrition found that the polyphenols in walnuts may slow the progression of neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's and dementia. These compounds can cross the blood-brain barrier and directly reduce inflammation in brain tissue. What many don't realize is that walnuts are also a source of melatonin, a hormone that typically declines with age. That drop often contributes to sleep problems in older adults. Eating a small handful of walnuts before bedtime may help promote more restful sleep. Their powerful combination of arginine, an amino acid that supports blood flow, and antioxidants that reduce oxidative stress also makes walnuts extremely heart-friendly. They may even enhance the effectiveness of blood pressure medications by helping older adults maintain flexible, healthy arteries. To preserve their natural oils, store walnuts in the refrigerator. Aim for 7 to 9 walnut halves per day to get the full benefits. Here's a bonus tip. If you shell them yourself, it's a good way to keep your hand coordination sharp. Don't be discouraged by their slightly bitter taste. That natural bitterness is actually a sign of their potent antioxidant content. Second, pistachios. Nature's blood pressure balancer. When it comes to nuts for aging adults, pistachios might just be the most underappreciated, especially for their blood pressure lowering potential. What makes pistachios stand out is their mineral profile. They're naturally low in sodium but rich in potassium, offering about 285 milligrams per serving. That's a winning combo for seniors, as it supports kidney function and helps the body flush out excess salt. Some studies suggest pistachios can reduce systolic blood pressure by 3 to 5 points, similar to certain medications but without the side effects. Even more impressively, pistachios contain lutein and zeaxanthin, two carotenoids that protect the eyes from age-related macular degeneration, a leading cause of vision loss in people over 60. These compounds specifically benefit the macula, the central part of the retina responsible for sharp vision. Seniors can safely enjoy the crisp crunch of pistachios without the dental worries that come with tougher nuts. Their vibrant green and purple colors aren't just pretty. They signal the presence of antioxidants that help neutralize aging-related free radicals. Pistachios also encourage mindful eating. Shelling each nut slows down snacking and creates a calming, focused experience that's good for brain function. A study in the International Journal of Obesity even found that the pile of empty shells helps seniors track how much they've eaten, preventing overeating naturally. If arthritis makes shelling tricky, look for pistachios that are partially opened for easier handling. The ideal daily serving? About 49 pistachios, or roughly 1 ounce, either unsalted or lightly salted. Beyond their vibrant look, pistachios' natural green and purple tones are a sign of their antioxidant power. These compounds help neutralize harmful free radicals that contribute to premature aging throughout the body. Pistachios also offer seniors practical benefits. They promote portion control and encourage a more intentional way of eating, which can help calm the mind and stimulate mental sharpness. The process of removing the shells automatically slows down how quickly you eat. According to the International Journal of Obesity, the growing pile of empty shells can serve as a visual cue that helps seniors track their snack intake more effectively. And if joint stiffness or arthritis makes shelling difficult, look for varieties that are already slightly opened to make them easier to enjoy. Try to aim for about 49 pistachios a day, which equals around 1 ounce. Choose the unsalted or lightly salted versions when possible. For the nearly 1 in 4 Americans over age 65 who are diabetic or pre-diabetic, the 3 grams of fiber per ounce in pistachios can help regulate blood sugar and support healthy digestion. First, Brazil nuts, nature's thyroid booster. Topping our list are Brazil nuts, widely considered a nutritional powerhouse for the thyroid, an organ that's often overlooked but essential to healthy aging. Just 1 nut delivers 96 micrograms of selenium, about 137% of your daily requirement, making it the most selenium-rich food on the planet. This matters because thyroid disorders often go undetected in older adults. Many symptoms, like fatigue, memory issues, or weight changes, are dismissed as normal aging. But studies show that up to 20% of seniors may have an undiagnosed thyroid issue. Selenium is key to activating thyroid hormones, which regulate metabolism, energy, and even emotional stability. Even more impressive, the fatty acids in Brazil nuts support myelin, the protective coating that surrounds nerve cells. Myelin tends to degrade with age, but preserving it may help seniors maintain quicker reflexes and sharper mental performance. What sets Brazil nuts apart is that their selenium is organically bound, making it more bioavailable than the synthetic form found in supplements. These nuts are so nutrient-dense, you only need a small amount to benefit. Their rich, creamy flavor makes just one or two feel satisfying. That's exactly how many you should eat. No more than 2 Brazil nuts per day, since too much selenium can be harmful over time. Moderation is key here. If possible, buy Brazil nuts still in their shells. The shell acts as natural protection, keeping nutrients intact longer, and due to their high fat content, always store them in the refrigerator to prevent spoilage. Brazil nuts also help keep digestion on track. Their healthy oils and fiber promote bowel regularity, another bonus for seniors managing constipation. Many older adults turn to sugary snacks for comfort, but Brazil nuts offer a tasty, nutritious alternative with their naturally smooth and buttery taste. A groundbreaking discovery now shows that certain antioxidants in Brazil nuts may help delay the natural shortening of telomeres, the protective tips on chromosomes that gradually erode with age and impact the speed of cellular aging. If you're 65 or older, these remarkable nuts might be just right for you. Now let's shift focus and look at nuts that seniors might want to limit or avoid entirely. Inflammation trigger number 4. Peanuts. Even though peanuts are extremely common, they pose unique risks for older adults. To begin with, peanuts aren't technically nuts, they're legumes that grow underground. That makes them especially vulnerable to mold and aflatoxins, which are toxins produced by certain fungi and linked to liver damage, and a heightened cancer risk with frequent intake. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at eliminating toxins, which only amplifies the threat. What's worse is that peanuts also contain proteins that can spark inflammation in some people, even if they aren't allergic. This matters because older adults already face an increased likelihood of joint pain, heart problems, and cognitive decline. These silent inflammatory responses can worsen all three. In addition, most Americans already eat too many omega-6 fatty acids compared to anti-inflammatory omega-3s, and peanuts are very high in omega-6s, contributing to that imbalance. One overlooked risk: peanuts contain vitamin K, which may interfere with blood thinners like warfarin, something many seniors are prescribed but aren't warned about. The dangers increase with commercial peanut butter, which often includes hydrogenated oils, added salt, and sugar, all of which are harmful to aging hearts and blood vessels. With 63% of American seniors already battling high blood pressure, these additives can be dangerous. Even natural peanut butter may raise blood pressure despite having no added salt. Peanuts can also spoil easily, creating harmful free radicals if stored improperly. Plus, commercial dry roasting often forms acrylamide, a compound that may negatively affect memory and brain function. If you've eaten peanuts for years with no obvious issues, try replacing them with healthier options just 3 times a week to help cut back on long-term risks. 3. Cashews, a hidden blood sugar spike. Cashews can be especially tricky for seniors because of their high carb load and blood sugar impact. With roughly 9 grams of carbohydrates per ounce and low fiber, they differ significantly from other tree nuts. This is important for the 25% of seniors with diabetes and the 48% who are pre-diabetic, as cashews can trigger blood sugar spikes that could be harmful over time. What makes this even more concerning is their positive reputation. Many seniors eat cashews thinking they're helping their health, unaware of the potential glucose effect. Their soft, curved shape also poses a choking risk, especially for older adults who struggle with swallowing safely. In fact, cashews are among the most commonly aspirated nuts in the elderly. On the nutritional side, cashews fall short. They're rich in oxalates, compounds that bind with calcium in the digestive system and prevent the body from absorbing it properly. This is bad news for seniors, as reduced calcium absorption can increase the risk of developing or worsening osteoporosis. For those already prone to kidney stones, the risk climbs sharply after age 60 due to these same oxalates. There's another hidden issue with how cashews are processed. Cashews lose much of their natural nutrition during extensive processing, which is necessary to remove gerushiol, a toxic compound also found in poison ivy. Many store-bought varieties are roasted in oil and heavily salted, which adds unhealthy fats and sodium, two factors that can raise blood pressure and place added strain on the heart. Cashews also contain enzyme blockers that impair protein digestion. This is especially concerning for seniors, who often already struggle with digesting food and absorbing nutrients. What most people don't realize is that the smooth, creamy texture of cashews makes them dangerously easy to overeat, leading to weight gain during a life stage when staying trim gets harder. Try replacing cashews with walnuts or almonds more often. They offer better nutrition with fewer risks to aging bodies and are a smarter snack for long-term health. Number 2. Macadamia nuts, high-calorie trap for older adults. While their rich taste is appealing, macadamia nuts are problematic for seniors due to their extremely high calorie density. In fact, they're the most calorie-packed nut available, delivering about 200 calories per ounce. That's bad news because metabolism naturally slows with age, making it harder for older adults to manage their weight effectively. Their massive fat content, around 22 grams per ounce, puts extra pressure on the gallbladder, which also works less efficiently in seniors. For the 15% of older adults with silent gallstones, macadamias can quietly trigger painful gallbladder flare-ups without warning. To make matters worse, macadamias also have some of the highest saturated fat levels of any nut, around 3 grams per ounce, which can raise bad LDL cholesterol, a key concern for the elderly. The nuts are also hard and dense, posing a danger to oral health, especially for anyone with fragile teeth, bridges, or crowns. That's a growing issue after 65, when enamel naturally erodes and calcium absorption slows. From a budget standpoint, macadamias are among the priciest nuts, which can lead cost-conscious seniors to buy cheaper versions that are often rancid or stored improperly, raising the risk of ingesting harmful oxidized fats. Many commercial macadamias are oil-roasted and heavily salted, which only worsens their fat and sodium content. Their luxurious buttery taste may cause seniors, especially those with dulled taste buds, to overindulge without realizing it. It's troubling that many elderly people think macadamias are heart-healthy, but studies praising nuts for cardiovascular support often overlook high-fat options like these. Pistachios, by contrast, offer much more suitable nutrition for seniors. So if macadamias are in your regular rotation, consider making the switch. 1. Pine nuts, a hidden disruptor of medications. Pine nuts, which come from pine trees, rank among the most problematic nuts for older adults due to a variety of age-specific concerns. What's most alarming is that these nuts contain compounds that interfere with over 60% of medications commonly prescribed to seniors, potentially reducing drug effectiveness or creating harmful side effects. While drug-to-drug interactions are widely known, food interactions are rarely discussed, especially with statins, antidepressants, and blood pressure pills frequently given to people over 65. Unfortunately, most doctors and pharmacists fail to alert their patients to these risks, which is a serious oversight. The most troubling reaction is known as pine nut syndrome, a condition where the nuts cause a lingering bitter, metallic taste that can persist for weeks after eating. This might sound minor, but for older adults, altered taste can dramatically reduce appetite and overall nutrition. Studies show that up to 42% of affected individuals experience notable weight loss, a dangerous issue in aging adults. The condition seems to affect seniors more often, likely due to age-related changes in taste sensitivity and reduced ability to detoxify certain compounds. Pine nuts are rich in polyunsaturated fats that oxidize quickly, producing inflammatory byproducts. This poses added risks for seniors already managing conditions like arthritis. Their small size and slippery feel also make them a choking hazard, especially for elderly individuals with dry mouth caused by medications, a common problem for over 70% of those taking multiple prescriptions. Pine nuts also contain enzyme inhibitors, which make protein digestion more difficult. At a time when the aging body already struggles with absorbing nutrients effectively. Due to their oil-heavy composition, pine nuts are calorie-dense, making weight control even more difficult after 65. Even eating pine nuts in pesto can have the same impact. Emerging research even links compounds in certain pine nut varieties to accelerated age-related macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss in seniors. Once you're over 65, avoiding these 4 nuts can help protect your health. Choosing the right kinds of nuts can make a real difference in your physical energy, mental clarity, and overall well-being. And don't forget, small consistent changes create massive results over time. Now, it's your turn. Have you ever noticed a health change after adding or removing certain nuts from your diet? Let me know in the comments which nut had the biggest impact on your life. We'd love to hear your stories and experiences.